Gift I've ever received in my entire life is a messed up shoulder. So here's your perspective to chew on. My rotator cuff was torn, I had an AC joint separation, and I even have a part of my pec, actually I don't really tell people about that got partially messed up. But that was actually more during bench pressing, so that was different. As in, these are two separate periods of my life that had happened. But every day I wake up, it's like a 4 out of 10 in pain. Easily a 4 out of 10. And people's first reaction would be, oh my gosh, can't believe you're going through that. And my reaction is, are you kidding me? This is the best thing ever. And I'm serious. God could not have gifted me with anything better. Genetics, it doesn't even matter, man. Like gifts, rich parents, whatever. Because when you wake up every day, okay, and I'm 100% serious, and you're in some base layer of pain, right? 4 to 10 is a lot, okay? Sure, whatever. It makes everything not as bad, and it makes you want to get after it. It makes the leap to whatever you're gonna do not even feel like a leap, or not as much as a leap. It's like the old saying, man, like people know that pain is more motivational than a pleasure in the future, and that you have to be uncomfortable enough to change your position in life. All these people, I hear so many people say, you know, I'm just not uncomfortable enough. Otherwise I would do the thing, whatever that is. If only I was more uncomfortable, but I'm so comfortable. I hear all kinds of crazy things. And weaknesses, right? Not saying I'm impervious. I've said that same thing before. But I'm gonna go ahead and use a few examples. So if I wake up in this layer of pain, okay, physical pain is related to, there's actually a region in the brain. I'm trying to think about a way to explain this. If you experience physical pain and emotional pain, it's the exact same. It activates the same part of the brain. That's the same reason why working out can make you feel better. That's the same reason why when people fucking cut themselves, okay, it alleviates emotional pain. Supposedly. Not saying you should ever do that. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. The point I'm trying to say is that a physical pain response is the same thing as an emotional pain response. Your brain can't relate and to interpret the difference. So if I wake up every day and I'm immediately in this certain level of pain, it doesn't even feel like anything to go talk to people. It doesn't feel like there's the same level. They're still there. Like I still experience anxiety and fear, and I wear pants, and I fucking go to the bathroom just like every other goddamn human being on this planet. I experience the same emotions, but it's a lot less. Certain days are obviously different than others, but when you're always in just a certain level of pain, it's like the examples would be, hey, I'm gonna go talk to a girl. I'm a young guy. It's my example. It's not that hard anymore. The example is, hey, I'm gonna go do sales calls. Cool. Doesn't feel as hard anymore. Obviously, repetition helps, and that's what's gonna create a lot more confidence as well, along with decreasing that pain threshold. My theory that I've heard from literally many people, including Andrew Huberman, is that there's an area of the brain, okay? It's called the AMCC, the anterior midcingulate cortex. And when you continuously put yourself in a state of just sucking, right? Something just sucks, whatever it is. Could be physical, mental, whatever. Your AMCC, this part of your brain, gets activated a little bit more and a little bit more, a little bit more, and it gets expanded, and then you can take on a little bit more, which in theory actually increases your level of resilience, tenacity, willpower. It's not something you're born with, it's something you develop. On top of this, I've heard multiple definitions of resilience, okay? But one of the best ones I've heard someone say, and I want to remember their name because they were actually a special operations person, as a Green Beret, was how fast you can bounce back from something. So let's say it's the first time you experience something, right? Maybe you get hit in the face. Just pretty good stereotypical example. First time it happens, it takes you a while to bounce back from it, right? And then you can do it again. Maybe it takes a couple days, couple weeks, whatever you want to use the example as, but then it happens really quick. You know, certain people do like a marathon and then they have to take a week off. Certain people to do a marathon, they have to take a day off. Think David Goggins does an ultra marathon, next day he's back at it. So being in a consistent state of suck, is what I believe develops, because it's the only thing I can link to in the physical realm, the AMCC. It develops it, makes it bigger, activates more, increases resiliency, grit, willpower, tenacity, and then hence it increases confidence. Okay, I want you to imagine someone, and you could use any example of a situation where someone was very deadpan. Not someone that's in like a state of depression. I'm talking about a state of continuously feeling like some form of a pain that is happening or has happened. Like, let's say anything endurance related. Marathon runners, you want to look at their face. What's a better example? Someone who's getting out of a relationship and you see that they're just like kind of emotionless for a little bit. They're going through a pain. But the best example I could think of to really explain what I'm trying to say is, for example, I have buddies that go through special operations, who went through special operations training, and I'll call them up, right? Or I have called them up. This is something that happened probably many years ago now, and I have not gone through what they're going through, okay, yet, and I'm just calling them up, say, hey, dude, what's going on? Like, I'm all happy, I'm joyous, I have this energy, and you could just see the life is just kind of devoid from them in their tone, their eyes. They're just, hey, what's going on? Because they're in the middle of going through a lengthy process of some of the toughest training in the world. And so it's just like this continuous state where they're not really experiencing emotions, very stoic. They're kind of like consistently going through pain, getting ready for the next bit of pain. And you might be thinking, oh, Robert, that sounds so bad. That's so terrible. There are so many people on this planet that their level of what they consider extremely stressful, extremely bad, terrible, the world is coming to an end, is so insignificant and small in retrospect to anything else in the world. If you go to a Walmart or a Stop and Shop, I don't know if those are everywhere in the world, and you see an old lady and she's clipping coupons, right? She's showing these coupons. Hey, take these coupons, give me 5 cents off. And then the guy says, hey, sorry, those coupons, one of those coupons expired yesterday. She loses her fucking shit. And you're looking at her, you're thinking, what is going on? It's like 5 cents. It's one coupon. That's all she has in her life. That's it. That's all she has. You have people who have never experienced any form of negative stimulus who live in their parents' basement in their 40s, and they get, if somebody moves their stuff, they start crying. If their toast gets burnt, they're having a meltdown emotionally. So when you go through this state of not like medium, not heavy, but extremely heavy, maximum level suffering for an extended period of time, enduring, guess where your baseline is? This is your baseline up here. So anything below that is not as bad. Hey, you're thinking, hey, I've been there before. Hey, I know how to deal with that. Hey, that's not that bad because I went through that. And that's how people can go through bankruptcies, divorces, like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. That's not even me bragging. Like that's nothing. Not a bad, like another, I don't give a fuck about that thing. That both of those things happen to me. And it like, I think that was like a real big benchmarker for me personally when I've had those experiences happen. And I go into, let's say, I'll use this example, a divorce hearing, okay? I go through and do a divorce hearing all by myself. The other individual went in with other people to support them. I go in and I'm thinking, wow, I feel no anxiety, no fear, no emotion at all. And I know this is a type of location. I've been told this is where you're supposed to feel something, you know, and I don't feel anything. Because I can have vivid memories of going to court when I was younger, like 16, 17, for such small things. Like I think it was like parking tickets, right? And then now I'm in the situation and I'm like, I've been in this same location and I had such a different reaction. It was so different. And that was one of those like, wow moments. Like set a new standard, set a new like, okay, I've done something here moments. So the moral of the video is, if anything bad is happening in your life, you say like, good, thank God. Thank God. That is so, I'm jealous. Thank God. I'm super jealous. Good. Would you like to double it? Would you like to triple it? Would you like to quadruple it? Well, I could never do. Would you like to 10x it? Would you like to get 10 times the amount of suffering? Because I don't think that people realize that people's version of hard is different. People experience different hards, okay? Someone could do the exact same thing, and then you think like, oh, I know exactly what he's going through. You have no fucking idea what he's going through. Because he could be experiencing not a single emotion. People are hardwired so differently from one another. One person could run a country and their blood pressure be completely the same, and they would have no trouble sleeping at night, no pressure, no stress. You have another human being who you make the fucking manager of a Starbucks and they're shitting their pants every day. Because just the idea of leadership or some form of extra responsibility just crushes them. They can't handle it. And the reasoning why is such a different video. It's insane. Like so many different reasons, but just say, any pain you got, thank God I'm experiencing this. And I would just be craving something suckish every day. I'm not saying that I'm gonna have days where I'm not gonna try to chase something that sucks, Still human, still just like everybody else, okay? Still bleed red, last I checked. But what I love to do, because I'm chasing more resilience, that fascinates me. And my hope is to continuously just grow throughout my life, going through suckish things, suffering. I hope I get to suffer so much more. And then 10 years from now, I look back and my brain's developed, and I'm like, holy crap. That doesn't even seem that bad. That doesn't even seem that hard. That doesn't seem like it was absolutely anything. Nada. And then I look at another person 10 years from now, right? This is 10-year-old me talking to a different 10-year-old person. And this person just went through another 10 years of their life, and they're exactly the same. They're still getting stressed out. They're still getting stressed out by the same old dumb shit. They're still freaking out when there's dishes in the dishwasher that I'm fucking put away, or whatever minuscule task it is that there's this, I swear to God, like there's this chemical in the back of your neck. I know some people feel it. It's norepinephrine. Norepinephrine gets released from your amygdala, frontal cortex, wherever. It's just so crazy that it happens for some people and it doesn't for others. And some people get this excessive quantity of norepinephrine released. Look that up. That's the chemical. That's the reason why you're so stressed. You get so much anxiety, so much fear. Okay? And some people, they just don't even get that. Or they get much less of it, and from more extreme situations. So, go out there and do something suckish. It's December, and I'm doing a video in the cold, for example.